the session. Just a minute. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Today is reading session 2. All right. And it will be taken by Mrs. Annapurna Murugan. Okay. She'll be the trainer now. Okay. Just keep these instructions in mind. Make sure you have a stable internet connection and a noise-free environment. And we recommend you to use your earphones for the best experience. And please do not write anything inappropriate in the chat box. All right. Yeah. Moving forward, we have these 3 memberships: bronze, silver, and gold. Anybody interested in the memberships, just please tell me, just please ask me at the end of the session. All right, because I've already explained a lot about this memberships. So basically, you get more like one mock test in bronze, 3 in silver, and 5 in gold. All right, and you get more facilities like SOP, LO, and visa in gold membership, and 12 IELTS sectional tests in silver, etc. All right. So if you want to upgrade to any membership, just drop in your details in the chat box. We have this free profile evaluation that is done by our experts, and in this you get university shortlisting, so course recommendation, country recommendation, and a recommendation report at the end of the profile evaluation. And all of the doubt clearance is also done, guys. So this is done by our experts at the organization, and you can book your slot from the website itself. All right. I'm interested for gold membership. Payal, you can drop in your details in the chat box, like your email ID and your contact number. My team will get back to you. All right. Okay, moving forward, we have these free live Duolingo classes that goes on from 6:30 to 7:30, and it's a 2-week course. And it, sorry, it goes on from Monday to Friday. And we also have these free GRE live classes that goes on from 8:30 to 9:30 daily. Okay, and it's a 2-month course, and right now we're dealing with the 3rd week of the session. All right, so yeah, moving forward, we have this these are a few reviews. All right, and this is the home page of ubergrad.com. File your number as well. All right, you've sent the email ID, your number as well, please. And guys, I will be sharing a link with you all for the upcoming webinar. All right, in the chat box I will be sharing in a few minutes. Okay, so do register for it as well. Do register for the webinar. All right. So please look into it. Yeah, go to solutions, guys. When you open the homepage, free profile evaluation, to book the slot for the evaluation, go to talk to a counselor for that. Go to store to enroll in all of the courses like IELTS, GRE, Duolingo, all of them. Please check out the additional services that we provide and the blogs that we've uploaded for you all to look into. Okay, thank you, Payal. Yeah. So not only that, guys, you can also check out the various features that we have and explore for you, like the countries, universities, courses, exams, all of the there are a lot of features. You can explore all of the features yourself itself. Okay, it's very easy to check them out. Then go to your name over here, go to my test preparation, go to this course, IELTS Academy Comprehensive Live Classes course. You land up on this page. Since yesterday was reading session day 1, the handout was available, and the 6th recording, 1, 2, 3, last recording, it's uploaded. All right, so you can check them out. And then today's handout I'll be sharing in the link. Please see the 6th recording only, guys, because this is the 6th time we're repeating this session. All right, so yeah, that's that. This is today's handout link. And yeah, now we can begin with the session. Have a great session, guys. Okay, ma'am, you can take over the session. Thank you.
Thanks, Supriya. Hi, guys. Good evening. First of all, happy Ganesha Chaturthi to all. Good evening. Yes. I hope everyone is doing good. Okay. Right. Thank you, Sneha. Good evening, everyone. Yes. Just give me 1 second. Just give me. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah. Now I'm going to share the screen. We are doing reading. So already you people have one session of reading. So now let us try to do the another questions. So, and let's understand more in detail. So what is this reading? How we are going to approach to get good scores. Right. So I'm going to share the screen, guys. Okay, Anushka, it's your first class. No worries. So it will be like every class will be a new class. Okay, so just give me 1 second. I'm sharing the whiteboard. Just 1 second. Yeah. Now, so reading, you all know that we'll get 3 readings, isn't it? So how many readings will be getting? Three readings. Guys, any questions you people try to, what is that? Ping me at the last of the session so that what we can do, so we can discuss. Okay, right now I'll be explaining. So therefore, kindly, what is that? You try to listen to the explanation. Okay, then I will be narrating, clarifying all your doubts. We all know that you'll get 3 readings. So 3 readings, 1 hour time, isn't it? So 3 readings in IELTS and 1 hour time. This implies like 20 minutes. So for each one. And overall, how many questions? You all know that we'll have 40 questions here. 40 questions, 1 hour. So you need to do. Whether you read all the 3 passages, whether you read the question, or whether you start answering. This is the thing. This is the confusion. Here we will undergo time crunch. But how we should not undergo time crunch is done by what? Through our techniques. Okay. That means, see, every problem has a solution. The problem, whatever we get, so in our reading, so which is nothing but your mainly the time and the length of the passages, also the length. If anyone has given this exam, you people will be knowing the length of the exam, the passages. So they are quite lengthy. Okay. And now what has happened? So in the new format, first is your writing, second is your listening, and third is your reading. That means by the time you will reach your writing, you will be almost like 1.5 hours, you would have got exhausted. So that means the time you reach for your reading, you will be bit exhausted. Okay. When you are exhausted reading the thing again and again, reading the passages and answering the questions will be challenging. But how we can overcome the challenge? What techniques we need to follow, and how much you need to practice? All these things we at Ubergrad will give you. Okay. In fact, I would also want to claim here. Okay, claim. I am saying I would also want to claim here that if you follow our techniques, definitely you people can get so complete score. But you need to follow our technique. You need to listen to what faculties here we say. We tell you to practice. We practice lot like this. So everything you need to follow. That means what? Getting scores on reading is not very difficult. Why it is not difficult? You all know that all the answers are in the passage itself. It is only what you need to do. So you need to recognize them. Okay, recognize. That means the game here is what? Recognition. If you don't recognize, then what is that? You will not get the answer. But how do you recognize? How do you read them? See, here the first and foremost thing that you need to do here is that you should not basically read entire passage before even looking at the questions. Okay, that means don't read the passage in the beginning. Go to the question. So after you go to the question, understand the question idea, and after you understand the question idea, you need to read there. That means what? So reading the question is the first important thing. And then accordingly, we'll be using what? Skimming process, your scanning process. Okay. So we'll be deciding, depending upon the question type, what we'll decide, we'll be deciding whether we need to use skimming process to read or scanning process to read. And once you do this, okay, you will be going to the spot where that question idea is there, and that spot you need to read in detail. Okay, read in detail. Why we are using skimming and scanning? To locate the question idea. Locate the question idea. See, three things you need to do. First, what? Identify question idea. One of the important things. Identify question idea. Now, the challenge here is, listen carefully, guys. Yeah, being good listener is also very, very, very important. Why? You people will be doing listening task also, and at the same time you will be doing speaking also. For both of them, you need to be a good listener. So I am also telling you people, be a good listeners. And now listen. So what is this? This one. And what is good listeners? That means when you're listening to us, you are not concentrating on any other thing, right? So that is the thing. Identify question idea is the first important thing I would like to tell you. Now you may be telling, ma'am, what is there to identify the question idea? We'll read the questions and we'll mark the keywords over. So we'll go and find the keywords in the passage, and there only our answers will be there. Let me tell you, if you mark the keywords in the question, and if you get back to the passage, and if you see the keywords, or if you look for the keywords, you will be seeing that. So you won't be having the same keywords, because of which many times you may end up with wrong answers, or you may end up not getting the spot where they have discussed that particular thing. Now, you people may be thinking, how come, ma'am, reading passages, and how come we will not have the keywords? Because the passage will be based on the same thing, same idea. How come they will not be using the words? Let me tell you, the passages that you people get are not written by the exam question presenter. It is not written by any British Council or IDP member or Cambridge. They're all the real extracts from the research papers presented by scholars. Okay. Do you think the scholars did present these passages to give it for an exam? No, right? They have generally presented that. And imagine, my writing style will be different, your writing style will be different, your friend's writing style will be different. Therefore, here, these are scholarly materials which are written by different erudites. They will be using different way of writings. And the examiner, I mean the question maker, what they do, they go through this passage and they will start asking the questions in their language. They can't use or they can't imitate the same language that is used by the article, right? They will be presenting, they will be asking the questions in their own way. That means here we have two people who are involved in presenting the question and in presenting the passage. That is the reason you will be having completely paraphrase. That means same on the same passage, they will be asking the questions but using different words, synonyms, and all these things. Okay, so that is why, so we need to be careful. Don't try to look for keywords. Okay, try to look for the question idea. Try to, and what is this question idea? Don't get confused. Oh, what is this new thing? We don't know what it is. Question idea is nothing but what exactly question requires. It's simple. What is the requirement of the question? That is called as your question idea. Kindly so identify that thing. Now you will get the question idea. What we'll do with this question idea? We need to identify now where it is. So what we have two methods. Two methods to identify. See, I'm to identify where a question idea is there, because it will be a big passage. If it is big passage, definitely what happens? So you need to find a place where because we can't just invest the time in reading entire thing. I'll tell that also. Two methods to identify where the question idea is what? So one, either skimming process or scanning process. Okay, so here in skimming process, what you will be doing, you will be reading only first sentence and last sentence. Okay, what we'll do, will in the skimming process, we'll read only first sentence and last sentence. And why we use the skimming process? We use the skimming process to identify our main idea of the paragraph. So, main idea of the paragraph. Why we need to identify the main idea of the paragraph? If we want to answer the questions like titles, main idea, headings, if we have some questions like this, so even the summary questions, if you want to locate from which paragraph they are talking, so you need to use this skimming process. That means skimming process is not basically used everywhere. Skimming process is used only when your question is asking for the main idea of the paragraphs. Okay, now you may be wondering, how come each paragraph will have a main idea? Yes, students, that is the beauty of the reading passages that you get. So what does that mean? Every paragraph in itself will have one idea. Okay, it will be having one particular idea. That idea will be explained, and if required, they try to give some of the examples, which we call it as evidences, to make the things more better to understand and ultimately conclude them. Okay, that means what? Here we'll not have multiple ideas. One main idea will be there in each paragraph. One main idea will be there, and they are going to explain it, and they are going to give the evidences also. Evidences means, see, for example, right now I'm explaining reading, but what I'm doing, see, I'm talking about reading, then I explain, I'll take some examples, and then we'll solve it, and then we'll conclude. Just like that only, here also the same thing happens. Hence, so that's the reason, if you want to know what is happening in this paragraph, okay, I'm talking about paragraph. So in passage, we'll have multiple paragraphs. Each paragraph will be constructed in the same very manner. Idea, explanation, if required, evidences, and conclusion. That means conclusion and idea compulsorily it will be present. Okay, that's the reason I said in skimming, what you need to do, you need to read idea plus conclusion. If you read idea plus conclusion, you are going to get the complete essence of that particular paragraph. Okay, like this, we'll have multiple ideas. Idea 1, idea 2, idea 3, idea 4. All these things when combined gives us the main idea of the passage. Okay, got it? Even when you people write essay also, that is the thing you will be doing. Okay, and here what happens, we don't have anything called as introduction, anything called as your conclusion. Each and every paragraph is acting as a complete information. So this is where we find we use the skimming process. And why we use the skimming process? To identify where this idea is given. And when we use the skimming process, so when we want to identify the main idea, if the question requirement is main idea, so then we'll be using skimming. So now let me tell you what is this scanning. See, after you identify question idea, you know what is the question root, isn't it? That question root you are going to search in the paragraph, each paragraph. We don't know where that question idea is present. So what you need to do, you need to, whether it is the main, it is present in the main idea zone, or whether it is the explanatory part, or whether it is in the evidence, that you will not be knowing. So what you need to do, you have a question idea in the mind and you are going to search it. How do you search it? You glance it. Okay, you glance the paragraph to see where that idea is there. Wherever that idea is there, because why we are using scanning process, this question idea could be your explanation, could be your this one example, or it could be any part. When it is not clear, that is when we use your scanning. And scanning process is the most important process, or most commonly used process. Okay, why? Because most of the questions comes from anywhere and everywhere. That is the reason we use the scanning process. Today for true false not given, I'll be using scanning process and I'll show. Now you locate it. Say our question idea is there. So through scanning process, you located here our question idea. Now, next, after you locate the question idea, what you need to do? You need to read it in detail. Okay, what you are supposed to do? You need to read it in detail. Read this part in detail and understand that idea and go and answer the things. Okay, so this is what only 4 things we need to do. Identify question idea. So so read the question and identify question idea. Locate the question idea. Read in detail that question idea wherever is there. Okay, then so answer to the question. Okay, question requirement. So that's it. This is that simple. And you people would have got to know yesterday we have multiple different types of questions. Today I'm going to focus on what? True, false, not given, and yes, no, not given. What are the questions that I'm going to focus on? True, false, not given. Okay. Now, very commonly you people would be knowing true, false, very common thing. Let's get back to your school life. Don't you think in school life we had this question, true and false? When was the time you people were giving true the information? When you will say the information is true, say in news they will be telling something like the forecast. Okay, according to the forecast, today it will rain heavily. Okay, What is the forecast? Forecast says today it rains heavily. Heavily. But today what happened? If we did not had rain, we did not had rain. What it is? It is false information. Isn't it? Completely opposite. They said it will rain heavily, but it did not rain. Okay. It did not rain. So it is what? False information. It is what? False information. It did not rain is a false information. If it was having, what is that? A mild rains. Mild or just a drizzling. Then also what? It is, the information is false. Why the information is false? They said it rains heavily. But here we have a very mild rains or just drizzling happens. That means the information was wrong, na? Whatever the information, that was wrong here. When it won't rain also, it is, they said it will rain. But it did not rain only. That means it's a false information. And also if they say that we'll have a mild, if today we had a mild rain or just a drizzling, that's also wrong information, right? They said it will be heavily, so don't go out of the house. But now it was just a drizzling. That was also what? In terms of heavy and mild. Okay. So it is a false information. Rains and did not rains, opposite. That means whenever the information is opposite compared to the question and compared to the passage, then the information is what? False here. But if it comes out, it rained with hailstones. What is this? Now it rained, but we had this hailstones. That information was not given, right? They did not say that. They said only it will rain heavily. But they said, like, what is that? We had the hailstones also. Okay. So, and in this case, what? This clarity was not given in the question. Therefore, what happens? Not given. Or if it rained for next 24 hours. They said it will rain heavily, but they did not say, well, how long it will be raining. So if they give the information, it rained for 24 hours. Okay, that information was not given, isn't it? How many hours it will rain? That information was not given. Hence, what we can say, so at that point of time, we can say that the information is not given. So, ultimately, I would like to tell one thing. True means what? If this information is exactly the same. Words may be different. That is the beauty here. Okay, that is the trap also. Not only beauty, so you will see that that is the trap. They will try to change the words, but they try to keep the meaning same. Okay, if the meaning is same, if the information is same, so then it will be what? True here. Okay, if the information is opposite, contradictory, it is what? False. What if the information is so this one opposite, we call it false. And then, so if the information is partially present or not at all present, then what we say, it is not given. Okay, so what we can say, we can say that it is not given. Okay, got it, guys? let us go for the examples here. Now, tell me, I'll give you 2 minutes time to post your questions on the basis of this. Then I'll start off with the questions. Yeah, tell me now. How many do we find answers in sequential order? For true, false, not given, yes, you will be having the questions in sequential manner, Mahesh. We have no Altamash. You should not read all the questions at a time. So you need to, what is that? Each question at a time. Got it? Yeah. Any questions with regards to this? Any more? Shall I go with the this one practice? Okay. We shall tell. Just text me. What is your question? Okay. Now, let me get back to our this one. Yes. Guys, now again, I would like you people to concentrate. So, your this one on the explanation. Then at last, I'll give time for your this one. So, true, false, not given. Guys, this is, see, not every question will be in this one sequence. Every type of questions will not be in sequence. It is only what is that? So only few questions will be, a few question types will be in sequence, and one among them are your this one. What is that? True, false, not given, and yes, no, not given. True, false, not given, and yes, no, not given. So are your this one. Okay. So now let me tell you what is this and how it goes. Let me try to give you the this one. Here, the most important thing is, don't try to, what is that? Look at, so your passage first. What you need to do here is that, so you need to look for the questions. Okay, what you need to look for the questions. So look for the questions. Where we have questions, we have here. And now, so here, like once you look for the questions, understand the question idea. So now ma'am has told to read through the questions. Don't think that you will be just looking through the questions, all the questions. No. We have, what is that? Take questions one by one. But before going to the question, please read the instructions that's given here. Do the following statements agree with the information given in the reading passage? Here they are asking whether the given information, okay, so agree with the given in the passage or not. Give true if the statement agrees with the information. That means if this statement and the idea that is given here, so whether they agree with the thing or not, that you need to tell here. Okay, if it agree, if it is, when it will be agree, when it is exactly the same there. Okay, then it will be your true. So false when, so when you don't, when the information is contradictory. You can see information when it is contra. And then most of the synthetic biologists, sorry, this is when, so not given when they are not talking about that information, or even if the information is partially present, then you should do that. One more thing, guys, your answer should not be just a T or TRU is small in the small letters, nothing. What they have given, you need to write like this, capital TRU. In this complete thing, you need to present here. Okay. Now, let us, you see, you absorb this, and this 2.2 you people try to do. Okay. I'll be narrating this how to do. I'll show everything practically. Now, what we'll do, let us read the question and let us identify the question idea. The scientists are using a technique from electronics to control specific plant properties. What they are doing, we have scientists, they are using techniques from where electronics to control specific plant properties, it seems. So what they are saying, so we have scientists who are using electronics technique to control specific plant properties. Let us try to, so what is that? What is the idea? So scientists are using certain methods, especially electronic methods, to control or to this one, what is that? With regards to plant properties. Let us try to see. What you need to see, you need to see that, so whether this statement is there or not. Go through the passage, okay, quickly, and see, you know what you want there. You're not clueless. You know what the question is, and you know what you want, and you're just going and seeing here. In electronics, even the most advanced this modular parts that control specific, the same integrated circuit might be found in a iPhone or this. They're talking about generalist. Biologists are creating the same modularity in, wait for it, plants by designing gene circuits that control specific plant characteristics, color, size, resistance to a drought, you name. So that means what? Biologists. Biologists are what? Scientists, isn't it? Are creating the same modularity. What is that modularity? So you can say that in electronics, the most advanced computer is just a complex arrangement of simple modular parts. That means they're talking about the electronics. That is what they are saying. The technique from the electronics, that means even the biologists are using the same electronics technique, so for designing gene circuits. And what these gene circuits are doing, they are controlling the plant characteristics. Plant property is nothing but plant characteristic. And what characteristic it is? They say specific. Here also they are saying color, size. Indirectly they are saying specific property. Isn't it? That means look at the way they have given the same one sentence idea, but they have presented in the complete one big sentence. Yeah. That means what? This is the trap. By chance, if you go for the key, and what is the idea? This idea is very much present. The idea is exactly present in the same, the exact idea is present here. Therefore, the first one should go as what? True. Yeah. What is that? The first question should go as true. But you can see that how it is present, isn't it? They have changed the words. If you go by just the keywords like techniques from electronics, specific plant, do we have anything here? If you just use the keywords, guys, will you see any this one keyword found there? No, right? That is the reason I always tell you guys, don't use keywords, rather understand the key idea. If you understand the key idea, it is simple and clear, guys. It is not very, very difficult for you guys. So this is how we need to do. I hope so everyone got it. The first answer is what? True. Why and where it is located? In our first paragraph, second sentence, it is located here. Getting it? Now, and why I read and showed you people, see, in this way they are going to present. It won't be the same sentence that you will be finding. That is the challenge. They won't express in the same sentence or same way, but rather what they are going to do is they are going to present in this particular manner. Okay, so this is the thing we basically have here. Now, some synthetic biologists work with genetic circuits of mammals. So here the next question, we are going for the next question. What is that question? Some synthetic biologists. We have some. And be careful about these, this one, indicators, the words. Okay, what are those? Some synthetic biologists work with genetic circuits of mammals. So what it is trying to say, some synthetic biologists work with genetic circuits of mammal. That means we have specific synthetic biologists only, and some we have work with genetic circuits of mammals. So here though we don't have anything, so it was not talking. Let's try to see. The relatively new interdisciplinary field is synthetic biology. The design of genetics, just like in electronics, that control different can be easily placed in one organism. Or next, most of these synthetics biologists work with simple microorganisms like E. coli or yeast. So this is where we have. So anywhere they are saying most of today's year we may get trapped. Most of today's synthetic biologists work with simple microorganisms. But here we have what? Some synthetic biologists work with genetic circuits of mammals. Okay. So, but here what is that? Synthetic work with genetic circuits of mammal. But here they are saying that most of the synthetic biologists work with simple microorganisms like E. coli or yeast. I cannot say this statement. What is this statement? Can you people tell me whether it is given or so it is not given, or whether it is false or true? Can you people say? Just look at it. One minute, 1 second, you people can look at it. What is the difference here? You can see here, most of today's scientists, you will be completely getting trapped here. Synthetic biologists work with simple microorganisms. But here they are saying work with genetic circuits. They're not talking about the genetic circuits. Here they are talking about organisms. Okay. So like here what happens, whenever we get something like this, it is a trappy. They're talking about the genetic circuits. So therefore, here nowhere we have the idea that whether they are working with the genetic circuits of mammals or genetic circuits of anything else. Because I cannot take this statement as false. Why? Because they are just trying to say work with direct thing. They're not talking about that specific genetic circuits. Okay. So because genetic circuit is missing here, so I cannot actually take this. Okay. So what? So we cannot basically take this particular thing. Hence, what we need to do, this is not given. Why it is not given? The main idea is what here? So working with genetic circuits of mammal. But here you can say they are just saying working with simple microorganism. That means that main idea, that genetic circuit is missing. Okay. So that is the reason it is not false. It is what? Not given. Why? There is a missing idea. Even a partial information is present, then that is also not given, right? So therefore here what happens, you will be seeing that genetic circuit is one of that important thing, because they are working with genetic circuits of something. Here in the paragraph, they are saying directly with which organisms they are working. You cannot assume, hey, they are telling organism means they are talking about genetic circuits only. No, you are not supposed to imagine there. Okay, what is directly given, that only we need to pick up. That is the reason we have the second thing as what? Not given. What is the second thing? It is not given. Now, third thing, most of synthetic biologists work with mammals. You can see most of today's synthetic biologists work with simple microorganisms. They are saying same way, synthetic biologists work with mammals. Mammals and this one are different. So in this case, what? Synthetists working with direct organisms. You're also synthetic biologics working with different organisms. They are working with different thing. But what is that thing? That thing is varying here. Microorganisms and mammals. That means the information is contradictory here. They said they are working with mammals, but in the question it is said it is what they are working with microorganism. That means what? The information is opposite. Here what is happening? You see that the information is opposite. Hence what you will be having, this is false here. So you can now compare here. Okay, what you can do, you can compare here. When you compare, you will be seeing that. So this one, what is that? Compare your second and third question. So that genetic circuits was missing. That is the reason it is not given. In the third part, everything was there, but only the information was opposite. If the information is opposite, then it will be, what is that? False there. So now, tell me what doubts you people have here in this question. Very good. I could see students answering the questions. Guys, very good. Yeah, third one is false, not given. Yeah, second, Vasudev, if an answer for a question has been found in a paragraph, is there a scope of finding the answer for another question, or should we move on to read the next paragraph? Okay, Vasudev and everyone, this is a nice question. So what is that student is asking? If in one paragraph we have, so what is that the questions? So like whether the next question also will be arising in the next thing. Yes, you will see that it can be consecutively in the next paragraph, but it won't be beyond that. That means what? Say in the first paragraph, in the last line, you have the first answer. The second question's answer will not be before that first answer location. It will be only after first answer location. Okay. So it will go in sequence. So you will not have the mixture of questions. Okay. Altamash, why second one is not false? The second one I narrated, right? They're saying they're working with the genetic circuits. They are not saying with which organism they are working. They are working with genetic circuits of something. That is the reason the information is partially present. So that is the reason what we say. So it is basically not given. Got it? Let us do one more set of question here. Guys, be careful here again. What we'll do, it's like a puzzle, nothing else. Okay, so it's a complete puzzle. Be very careful about your puzzle. Okay, so now you're also same thing. Go, no matter how many times you people read the question, make sure that you read this instructions properly. Okay, many times minute changes also will be there. If you don't follow those minute changes, you may end up so not answering in the appropriate way. Here we have the first question. Astronomers often find something odd on the sky. Okay, what is it saying? Here they are saying that astronomers often find something odd in the sky. See, now I'm trying to, this one, what is that? Say here something like, what is that? Why I am explaining the question means because this question explanation is very, very, very important. If you don't understand the question explanation, you end up, what is that? So messing up with your this one. Okay. So therefore, so now what we'll do here, so let us try to take the this one here. Okay. So did you understand? Astronomers found something odd in the sky often. And remember these expressive words also. So what is that we have? Often. So often in the sense what? So regularly, more than regular, this one. So that is the thing we have. Okay. So therefore, let me go here. Now you people tell me. So what you actually have this. Okay. So now Go through the question. Okay. I could see a few people answering the questions. Okay. Okay. Can you people tell where it is true, why it is true? Okay. Can you tell me the location, guys? The question was astronomers often find something odd. Okay. Now, guys, shall I tell you one thing? So actually, all of you who has given so true answer, true and false, it is wrong. That is the trap. It is not you people wrong here. That quickness that we usually use to find the answer and that vagueness that we use makes us to go wrong. More than 10 years ago, while taking the temperature of the universe, astronomers found something odd. That means 10 years back, they found something odd. It is not like every time. Nah? They had said what? Often in the sense what? Regularly. Yeah, regularly in the sense what? Oh, today also they found something odd. Tomorrow also they found something odd. In day they found two odds. So if something is happening like this, then that information would have been true. But they said sometime 10 years back they found it. That means it is like, what is that? They are not saying it. So whether they found it often or they did not find it rarely. Okay. To give false also, you can't say that whether they are saying like very rarely they are saying, that is also not said. They said only some odd object they found 10 years back. But from this, I cannot say that very rarely also. Isn't it? So therefore, when the information is so not very clear, okay, it was not very clear in the passage. So that is the reason it should be what? Not given. Here I have one tip, guys, for you guys. Whenever you get this answer, now what you try to do, if this is the question, if this answer is there, aram se you give true. If this answer opposite to this, astronomers don't often find the odd things. If this answer is there, that will be false. If none of them is there, so none of them are there, then the answer will be not given. See, the opposite, the contra of this statement will be what? Astronomers so did not find something odd so often. One is that. The other opposite idea could be what? Astronomers regularly find something odd. Will not find something odd regularly. It is very rare that they find something odd. If they give that, if those two statements are there, then it should be false. But if this statement is there, so it should be true. But both of the statement is not there, then the information, whatever is present, that is not given. Here also what? They said that when did they find the something odd? They did not say the concept. They are not discussing the concept, how often they are finding or how not often they are finding that. Okay. So that means what? These two things you need to remember. So therefore, the information is what? Not given. Now, the next question. The CMB is the thermal radiation across the entire universe. What is that we have? The CMB is the thermal radiation across the entire universe. So the CMB is the thermal radiation. It says that's across the entire universe. That means that is across everywhere. Okay, let us find. Now you people only tell me whether it is true or not, given or false. Yes. It is true. Where it is? You can see the astronomers were measuring the thermal radiations that bathers the entire universe. That means they are talking about the thermal radiation that's bathers in the sense that covers the entire universe, and they are explaining that glowing relic of Big Bang, yeah, to gaze at this, or CMB. What is this radiation? So cosmic microwave background, or CMB. So they are explaining this radiation as glowing relic of Big Bang, and they are saying that to gaze this one CMD. So this is where in the second paragraph also we have that indication. Otherwise, if you see the third paragraph, even in the third paragraph, they are indirectly telling the same thing. The CMB blankets the sky and looks pretty much same everywhere. That means blankets the sky means it is covering the entire thing. So therefore, what? The second one is very much true. Very good, guys. I could see almost everyone answering this. So it is true here. And the next one, third one, the CMB varies from extremely low to very high temperature. What is it saying? The CMB varies from extremely low, it seems. Extremely low in the sense it could be freezing, it could be frigid, okay, to very high temperatures. So this is the thing, what CMB. Let us try to see where we have. Okay, Mahesh, read the thing again. Mukta, also read. Don't be in urgent to answer this. You can see, yeah. Existing at a feebly cold temperatures or 2.725 kelvins to just a couple degrees warmer than absolute zero. Couple degrees warmer, that means it is not very hot, even hot also it is not. It is just mild hot, okay, feeble cold. Feeble is what? Very faint cold it is. And it is not very, what is that, damn cold also and damn hot also. That means it is the temperature are not extremes here, because of which the information, but there they are saying that the temperature in CMB is what? Extreme. But here the temperature is like not extreme. Hence, what will happen here? So you will be seeing that the information false here. Why? Opposite idea, isn't it? So the information is opposite idea. Hence, so it will be what? So here false here. Then investigations of fluctuations of temperature in the space help scientists to understand what the cosmic is made up of. That means what? Yeah. So we have investigations of fluctuations of temperature. That fluctuations of temperature, investing them will help them to understand, who? Scientists, to understand what the cosmos is made up of. Tell me. Yeah. What should be the answer? Huh. Born then from the this one, fourth was the universe half moment. We could see everyone answering very good. Those random fluctuations help scientists understand what? See, random fluctuations in the sense that irregular fluctuations. So help so them to understand what the cosmos is made up of and how it all came. And there, where is that investigation? Born from the contact froth. So this what the universe is made to understand. So therefore here also you can say help to understand what the cosmos is made up of. The same idea but presented in different way. So it is what? True. Yes, most of you have answered it correct. Next thing, the cosmic super void is the largest structure in the universe. They are trying to say cosmic super void is the largest structure in the universe, it seems. Just go and see whether it is the same thing or not. Where they are? Tell me whether we have the same thing. Okay, is it true? Read properly before. Mahesh, you need to read little more clearly. Okay. Dhanashri, please read it more in detail. Properly, every word you need to give a thing. See, we have, but now they are homing in on a prime suspect. An enormous cavern emptiness called a cosmic supervoid, so big that it might be the largest structure in the universe. They are doubtful, na? It is trying to say it might be. They are not trying to say it is or it is not. But in the question, they are saying it is the largest. And they are not that saying that it is the largest. They might. That means they are doubt about it. They are not clear. It might. So that means what? So this idea to not there. That means if I take the opposite idea, the cosmic supervoid is not the largest structure. That is also not present in the idea. So therefore, what? This particular idea is not given. See, almost the idea was there, but the simple this one trap is what? Here they are confirmed, but in this case it is not confirmed. Might be means it may also, it may not also. So that idea, that confusing idea is not present there. So here though clearly they are saying that, so it is the largest. So therefore that confirmation is not present here. Hence, that information is what? Not given. What is that information? So the information is not given here. Okay. So now, guys, tell me any doubts you people have with regards to this. But you need to be very careful. It is not like, what is that? True, false, not given. That is the challenge we have. What is the challenge? We need to be damn very, what is that? Careful when we are identifying the things. Okay. Understood, guys? Practice more on the worksheets that you will be getting today. I mean, the soft copies. Practice more on this. So come out with all the doubts for me so that I can explain that tomorrow. What is what, how it goes. So all these things we need to work on. Okay. But right now, do you people run will this one? Yeah, handouts. So you people will have na Ravi. So you will be having the handouts given by our Ubergrad. Already it will be in your portal. Check it out. Third question. Can you tell me once? Third question of this passage only. The varies extremely from low to very high. But in the passage, what it was? It was saying feebly cold and just above few degrees. It is warm. What is warm and hot? Warm and hot is what? Entirely different. Na? So that is the reason it is what? False here. It is not giving us the exact information. So that is the reason it is false here. You can't write T, F, and NG until and unless if they don't instruct, Mahesh. If in the question, if in the instruction, if they are trying to say write TRUE, then you need to write TRUE only. Okay? Getting it? Okay. Any other doubts? I hope you guys understood today. We'll discuss tomorrow much in detail. Right? Yeah. Yeah, so it will be already given in your portal. You try to see, you will be having it. Okay. Hanju. So you will be having it in your this one. So kindly check it out. Or even you ask our moderators, they will be telling you where it will be. Okay. Over to you, Supriya.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye. Take care.
Yeah, I'll be